Money spent at Mount Rushmore contributes to more than 2,000 jobs in the area. Kettlebell's Sydney Thorson takes us to the famous faces to explain.
The Dead Sea is surrounded by caves, and as young teenage boys would do, they threw a rock into the cave.
And we understood that we are talking about something very, very unique.
Just when you think mountains are only about wilderness, you'll be shocked to learn that many strange and unexpected discoveries have also been made across mountain trails. From strange natural marvels to eerie haunted spots, these discoveries defy expectations and add a thrilling twist to mountain exploration. What are the most terrifying discoveries made around mountains? Come along on this gripping tour as we unravel how a drone just made a chilling discovery in a valley that no one was supposed to see. Number 20. The Intermittent Spring of Afton. Did you know that even nature has its rhythm keeper? This river serves as a prime example of nature's complex workings. Located at the base of a rugged mountain near the town of Afton, Wyoming, lies the largest rhythmic spring known as the Intermittent Spring, or the Breathing Spring. As its name suggests, this remarkable spring is a vast body of water that ebbs and flows every 15 minutes. But the science behind it is even more fascinating than its rhythmic behavior. Imagine a simple experiment. Take a small tube or a flexible drinking straw and two containers, one taller than the other. Fill the taller container with water and cover one end of the tube with your finger, then dip the other end into the tall container. Angle the covered end towards the shorter container and release your finger. Witness the water flowing up the tube and into the shorter container. This phenomenon, known as the siphon effect, is what drives the intermittent spring. Here's how it works. Groundwater flows into an underground cavern, filling a narrow tube. When the water reaches a certain height in the tube, the siphoning effect kicks in, drawing water out of the chamber and causing the spring to flow. As the water level drops, air rushes into the tube, pausing the flow until the water is replenished. This cycle repeats, creating the mesmerizing rhythm of the intermittent spring. To witness this natural wonder, visit the intermittent spring during late summer to fall when groundwater levels are lower. It typically flows for about 18 minutes before pausing for 15 minutes. Thanks to Archel Gardner, who first observed this phenomenon in 1889, we now have an appreciation for the marvel of the intermittent spring. Number 19. The Viking Sword of Norway's Mountains. In 2017, reindeer hunters in Norway stumbled upon an astonishing piece of history during a hike, a Viking sword, remarkably well preserved. This sword, thought to date between 850 and 950 AD, recalls the Viking age of exploration and legendary sea tales. Despite its age, the sword showed minimal signs of decay, with only the blade exhibiting some rust. Any organic materials, such as leather straps or bone and wood decorations, had long since decomposed back into the earth. Remarkably, the sword was wedged between two rocks, yet it retained its shape and was relatively intact compared to other weapons from its time. The extreme cold and low pressure in the mountain environment likely contributed to the sword's preservation. Fascinated by this discovery, researchers, accompanied by a local metal detectorist and archaeologist, returned to the site hoping to uncover more historical artifacts. Unfortunately, their search yielded no further significant findings on the mountain's surface. Number 18. The Stone Man of Nicaragua. Alberto Gutierrez, better known as the Hermit of Nicaragua, or simply the Stone Man, is truly remarkable. He made the bold choice to live in the tranquil mountains of Nicaragua, spending his days sculpting the very mountains themselves. Born on October 17, 1944, in a village near Esteli City, Alberto always felt a deep connection to the forests surrounding his home. At the age of 33, amidst the chaos of war in Nicaragua, he decided to pursue a childhood dream he had at the age of 9, sculpting a mountain. This dream led him to El Halcon Mountain, overlooking the Tise Estanzuela Reserve, where he recognized the massive rock from his vision. Leaving his previous life behind, Alberto built a small wooden hut in the mountains, living without running water or electricity. Using simple tools like pieces of rebar and a metal blade, Alberto began carving the rock, transforming it into a diverse sculpture featuring various elements such as elephants and cheetahs. Despite his secluded lifestyle, Alberto has become a local legend and tourist attraction. Approximately 30,000 people from around the world have visited him in the last decade. Ironically, Alberto's fame has spread through the internet, despite his lack of familiarity with technology. Number 17. Mount Everest's Green Boot. The Green Boots, is the nickname for a dead body found in the northwest part of the mountain at an altitude of 8,500 meters above sea level. The body, wearing bright green footwear, gained attention after French climber Pierre Paperon recorded it on video in May 2001. Initially, Sherpas claimed it was the body of a Chinese climber who died 6 months earlier, but it was later revealed that sightings of the body dated back to the late 1900s. According to the most widely accepted theory, the body is believed to be that of Indian climber Sang Paljor, part of a 3-person group that climbed in 1996. This assumption is supported by the fact that he was wearing distinctive bright green Kolflak boots on the day of his death. However, some sources suggest the remains could belong to another climber from the same group, Dorya Morup. Green boots became a landmark and a marker of the 8,500-meter altitude. However, in 2014, climbers noticed the body had disappeared from the slope, leading to speculation that someone may have buried it under rocks. Number 16. The Creator's Map. Back in 1999, Russian scientist Alexander Chov stumbled upon a fascinating discovery: the first fragment of a remarkable 3-dimensional map carved from sturdy dolomite. This stone map, as identified by geologists from Bashkortostan, showcases the Ufa highlands. Now you might wonder, what's the big deal? Couldn't someone have recently crafted it to mimic familiar landscapes? Well, here's the kicker. Experts delving into the artifact's depths revealed something astonishing. Despite its striking resemblance to modern reliefs, they estimated its age to be tens of millions of years old. But here's where it gets even more intriguing. The method used to fashion this map is covered in mystery, a technology lost to the annals of time. Dolomite formed the sturdy base, while a layer of diopside glass carefully depicted the Ufa Highlands relief. Yet the burning question remains: who could have crafted such a marvel when humanity was but a distant dream? Alas, even the most learned scientists find themselves stumped, leaving the artifact, known as the Creator's Map, at the center of heated debates. While some skeptics chalk its age up to the stone's own ancient origins, others posit a more interesting theory, suggesting a deliberate ruse by modern scientists to captivate the world's attention. Number 15. Gravity-defying mountain goats. If you've ever ventured into the mountains, chances are you've witnessed the amazing sight of mountain goats effortlessly defying gravity. These creatures don't just scramble up rocky cliffs, they bound across them with the agility of a gymnast on a balance beam. But why do they bother scaling these steep slopes if there's no grass to munch on? Well, it turns out, like many hoofed animals, mountain goats have a craving for salt. This essential mineral is crucial for their survival, yet the grass they typically graze on doesn't provide enough sodium chloride. So they embark on daring missions in search of this precious nutrient, sometimes even engaging in fierce battles just to get a lick of salt. Remarkably, even in the most dangerous situations, they maintain their poise while perched high above the abyss. Their unique physique, featuring split hooves and a sturdy frame, is tailor-made for scaling rocky terrain. Their hooves, equipped with a layer of tough keratin on the outside and soft pads on the inside, mold to the shape of the rocks, ensuring a secure grip with every step. While such agility might seem like something out of a fairy tale to us humans, for mountain goats, it's simply a matter of survival in their rugged mountain abode. Number 14. Ancient astronomy in southern Spain. Back in 2012, 3 archaeologists in southern Spain made a remarkable discovery: a tomb estimated to be over 5,400,000 years old. This ancient burial site was discovered near a prominent lone mountain in the region. But what truly sets this tomb apart is its alignment with the summer solstice sunrise, earning it the name Pedras Blas, or White Stones. Each year on June 21st, as the sun begins its ascent, its rays cast a thrilling display of shadows and light upon a stone stele within the tomb, a phenomenon similar to the famed Newgrange in Ireland. This celestial alignment highlights the incredible astronomical knowledge possessed by the Neolithic people, showcasing their profound understanding of the cosmos, far beyond what was previously thought. Number 13. Mount Rushmore's hidden legacy. While countless tourists flock to marvel at the towering carved busts of 4 American presidents at Mount Rushmore, few are privy to the mysterious secret room hidden within the mountain itself. This hidden chamber, envisioned by the monument's artistic visionary, was meant to leave a lasting legacy beyond the grand sculptures. Named the Hall of Records, it was designed to serve as a time capsule, conveying messages to future civilizations about the monument's purpose and significance. Initially conceived by the monument's designer, Gutzon Borglum, The hall was intended to house important historical documents, such as the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution, tucked behind the head of Abraham Lincoln. However, challenges like Borglum's death and insufficient funding led to the project's abandonment, leaving only a small portion excavated. Despite its unfinished state, the secret room at Mount Rushmore continues to fascinate visitors, adding an air of mystery to the already awe-inspiring monument. Number 12. The Dark Mysteries of Mount Laion. Let's journey back in time to ancient Greece, where archaeologists have recently made a fascinating discovery on the slopes of Mount Laion. This site was famous for its animal sacrifices dedicated to the powerful Zeus, but the recent finding has stirred up excitement in the archaeological community. Imagine standing amidst the stunning scenery of Mount Laion, where worshippers once gathered to honor the king of the gods. It was here that a team of dedicated Greek-American researchers uncovered the bones of a teenager dating back an astonishing 3,000 years. While animal sacrifices to Zeus were common on Mount Laion, this discovery has raised a terrifying possibility. Could it confirm the existence of a darker aspect of ancient Greek culture, human sacrifice? This potential revelation could rewrite our understanding of ancient Greece, as it has long been believed that the Greeks avoided the practice of human sacrifices, unlike their neighboring civilizations. Archaeologists proceed cautiously, carefully examining the evidence and recognizing the significance of these skeletal remains. Historical accounts from later periods do mention the occurrence of human sacrifices on Mount Laion, adding an extra layer of mystery to this remarkable find. As researchers delve deeper into this ancient puzzle, the secrets of Mount Laion may unveil a long-held legend of the ancient world. Number 11. A lost Viking village. In the secluded reaches of the Norwegian mountains, archaeologists stumbled upon an ancient Viking settlement. Though nothing tangible remains today, only faint imprints in the earth mark its once massive presence. This settlement, hidden away on a mountain trail, has been yielding a trove of discoveries in recent years, thanks to Norway's melting glaciers. As the icy cover recedes, it unveils thousands of artifacts, household items, broken sleds, lost skis, clothing shreds, and various other remnants. Within this mountain pass, covered by dense juniper bushes, lie the remains of 21 structures. The thick vegetation conceals any signs of the past buildings, leaving only impressions on the ground. Yet, through careful excavation efforts led by archaeologists like Reidar Marstein and Lars Pilo, fragments of outer walls and evidence of low embankments have surfaced. The excavation journey is far from over, but it's evident that between 750 and 1150 AD, during the entirety of the Viking Age, a bustling city thrived in these lofty heights. Remarkably, while Vikings raided and instilled fear, and while people traversed the mountainous terrain, this settlement served as a vital stopover, a fully operational city providing shelter and support to travelers navigating the harsh landscape. Number 10. The Cradle of Gold. The Cradle of Gold, also known as Choqquequirao, was crafted by the mighty Inca Empire in southern Peru around the 15th century. Spanning a vast area of over 4,000 acres, it stands an impressive 9,000 feet above sea level. When it comes to ancient wonders in Peru, Machu Picchu may be famous, but Choqquequirao shines even brighter as the true hidden gem of the Inca civilization. Perched above the Apurimac River, Choqquequirao is believed to have been established by Topa Yupanqui, the 10th ruler of the Han dynasty, and son of the renowned Pachacuti, who founded Machu Picchu. It seems every great ruler was keen on having their city. Topa Yupanqui, inspired by the greatness of Machu Picchu, decided to create his version a few miles away, atop another mountain. In the surrounding Andes, there are other cities like Sayhuite, Chabamba, Guamanmarca, and Choquesuyus, each sharing similarities with Machu Picchu in terms of architecture and construction techniques. Positioned atop mountain ridges, these cities feature temples, residences for elite members, bathing systems, communal areas, and agricultural plots, much like Choqquequirao. However, Choqquequirao distinguishes itself with its abundance of religious structures. Moreover, it's strategically aligned with the solstices in June and December, making it a significant ceremonial site in the Inca Empire. Number 9. Ancient treasures in the Swiss Alps. In 2020, on an ordinary day, a hiker made an extraordinary discovery in the Swiss Alps, an ancient Roman coin. This unexpected find sparked the interest of archaeologists, leading to excavations between the Amton Horn and Wildstrubel Mountains, approximately 8,500 feet above sea level. Their efforts were richly rewarded as they uncovered a treasure trove. 100 coins, 27 rock crystals, 59 Roman shoe nails, a brooch, and even a fragment of a votive plaque shaped like a leaf. These items hint at the site's significance, suggesting it may have been a holy place, perhaps an ancient pilgrimage destination where people left these offerings as acts of devotion. Think of it as an ancient version of a wishing well, where instead of tossing in a penny, people would leave a Roman coin or a shiny rock crystal for good fortune. The coins provide a timeline spanning from the 1st to the 5th century CE, covering the entire duration of the Roman Empire's rise and fall. Remarkably, it wasn't just a one-time occurrence. People visited this site for centuries. The location's elevation in the mountains was likely chosen for its natural beauty and possibly the abundance of rock crystals nearby. The nearby town of Thun, with its Roman temples, further underscores the region's religious significance in ancient times. This discovery offers a fascinating glimpse into the ancient rituals and beliefs of those who once roamed these majestic mountains. Number 8. The Secrets of the Cave of Horror. Above the vast, salty flats of the Dead Sea, high amidst the rugged brown hills of the Judean desert, lie mountain caves once brimming with treasures. This is the region in Israel where the remarkable Dead Sea Scrolls were first unearthed in the 1950s by Bedouin shepherds. Following this discovery, a frenzy ensued as people from far and wide descended upon the area, scouring every cave in hopes of finding valuable fragments. However, amidst this chaos, there was one cave that remained elusive, the infamous Cave of Horror. Perched about 260 feet below the cliff's summit, flanked by sheer gorges, and accessible only by rappelling down a cliff face, it posed a challenge to scavengers seeking scroll fragments. Recently, professional archaeologists equipped with new technology ventured into the Cave of Horror. Their efforts yielded remarkable discoveries, fragments of biblical scrolls penned in Greek, including portions from the books of Zechariah, Nahum, and the 12 minor prophets. Even more interestingly, the team stumbled upon an impeccably woven basket dating back 10,500 years, the oldest complete basket ever found. Additionally, they uncovered the mummified remains of a child dating back 6,000 years. The findings suggest that the cave served as a hiding place for religious manuscripts in ancient times, but it also appears to have been inhabited by prehistoric cave dwellers. The mystery of how these early inhabitants navigated the treacherous terrain to and from this precarious spot adds another layer of mystery to this extraordinary archaeological site. Number 7. The Haunting Mysteries of Bangar Fort. Deep in the heart of Rajasthan, India, stands Bangar Fort, a relic from a bygone era, cloaked in mystery and eerie tales. Constructed in the 17th century by Raja Man Singh's younger brother, Raja Moas Singh, this fort has gained notoriety as one of India's most haunted places. Mirza Raja Man Singh was the 24th ruler of Amber, India. The legend of Bangar Fort begins with a curse, a sage's wrath that brought ultimate devastation upon the town. It is said that the curse led to a terrible defeat for the ruler of Bangar, resulting in the annihilation of his army and the brutal massacre of the townsfolk. The fate of the princess, a central figure in these tales, remains shrouded in mystery, with rumors swirling that she roams the fort's grounds in eternal unrest. The Archaeological Survey of India, ASI, has erected warning signs around the fort, urging visitors to depart before sunset due to the area's reputation for unexplained incidents. Stories abound of people getting lost or encountering accidents, prompting restrictions on entry for foreign tourists without special permits. Adding to the mystery, Bangar Fort is dotted with roofless houses, attributed to the sage's curse. Local legend warns that any attempt to construct a roof will lead to its inevitable collapse. Despite its threatening atmosphere, the fort houses ancient temples dedicated to Hindu deities, infusing the site with a spiritual dimension amidst its haunting atmosphere. Number 6. The Mysterious Face of Reeks Island. In the remote reaches of the Pacific Rim National Park Reserve, a startling discovery was recently made: a huge and mysterious face carved into the cliffside of an island. This massive human likeness, etched into the rock amidst the wilderness, can be found on Reeks Island in British Columbia, Canada. Reeks Island is a secluded place, rarely visited by humans due to its remote and challenging terrain. The person who stumbled upon this remarkable carving was Hank Gus, a member of the Sechot First Nation. Hank first learned about the face from a kayaker who came across it accidentally. Puzzled, Hank embarked on a 2-year quest to locate the face himself, an endeavor that showcases true dedication. Standing at approximately 7 feet tall, the face bears a striking resemblance to other ancient carvings created by the Sechot people, who have inhabited this region of British Columbia for millennia. It's not surprising that such archaeological treasures remain undiscovered in this vast wilderness, which is one of the last remaining areas of untouched nature in the world. Now it's time for today's subscriber pick. In the serene valley of Eldridge, nestled between towering cliffs and lush forests, a drone whirred quietly through the crisp morning air. Controlled by a team of researchers from the nearby university, its mission was simple: survey the landscape for any geological anomalies. As the drone soared over the valley, its high-resolution cameras captured every detail below. But what it discovered would send shivers down the spines of everyone involved. There was an ancient coffin resting on a stone pedestal. Carved with complex symbols and runes, it seemed to pulse with an otherworldly energy. As the researchers processed the implications of their find, a sense of unease settled over them. The drone had made a chilling discovery that no one was supposed to see. But before they could delve deeper into the mystery, a sudden disturbance in the air alerted them to danger. With a loud whoosh, a group of shadowy figures descended upon the valley, their faces obscured by masks and hoods. Little did the researchers know, their discovery had awakened forces long forgotten by time, and the secrets of the valley would soon unleash a darkness that threatened to consume them all. Number 5. The Gao Caves. Located in the Yangqing district of Beijing, China, you'll find an enchanting historical gem called the Gao Caves. These remarkable caverns were stumbled upon in 1984 during a survey of cultural relics. They weave through the rocky slopes of Tianwang Mountain, boasting more than 350 chambers across its northern, southern, and eastern slopes. With approximately 117 caves to explore, the site resembles a sprawling honeycomb etched into the mountainside. What makes these caves truly captivating is the careful craftsmanship evident in their design. Each cave typically comprises 3 rooms, including cozy living spaces and storage areas. Some even feature 2 stories, linked by elaborately carved stairs and stone bridges. These rooms come in various shapes and sizes, with the grandest stretching up to 20 meters long. Interestingly, the average room height of 1.6 to 1.7 meters has led some to speculate about the stature of the ancient inhabitants. Impressively, the Gao Caves boast their own drainage and water storage systems, showcasing a sophisticated level of engineering. Throughout history, these chambers served diverse purposes, from hosting communal gatherings and royal quarters to facilitating religious ceremonies and storage needs. The site also offers glimpses into the past with rock-cut furnishings like beds, lampstands, storage compartments, and engraved stone tablets. Among the caves lies a particularly grand chamber known as the Guantang Zi, or Golden Temple, believed by some to have been a hub for communal gatherings or religious rites. Yet, the identity of the ingenious minds behind these caves remains shrouded in mystery, with no clear historical record of their existence. Some speculate they were crafted by the Khmer, a Mongolian steppe tribe from over a millennium ago, while others suggest they might have served as a Tang dynasty granary or a Han dynasty military stronghold. The absence of organic materials for dating and the lack of frescoes or carvings in the caves only deepen the intrigue. Number 4. The Bosnian Pyramids. In the beautiful countryside of Bosnia, near the town of Visoko, lies a collection of hills that have stirred up a mix of curiosity, controversy, and cultural pride. These hills, known as the Bosnian Pyramids, gained attention in 2005 when Samir Osmanagic, a Bosnian-American businessman, proposed a bold idea. He suggested that these hills, including the largest one called Visoka Hill, weren't just natural formations, but ancient pyramidal structures crafted by an advanced civilization. Osmanagic's claims were based on various observations, such as the pyramidal shape of the hills, their alignment with the cardinal points, and the presence of underground tunnels known as Ravne tunnels. He even speculated that these hills could be over 30,000 years old, built by a civilization predating recorded history, possibly the Illyrians. Osmanagic went as far as claiming the discovery of standing waves at the site, which he believed could facilitate intergalactic communication. The idea of ancient pyramids in Bosnia quickly gained popularity, especially among the local Bosniak population, who embraced them as a symbol of national pride and a connection to a glorious past. Visoko became a tourist destination, with local authorities and schools supporting visits to the site. However, Osmanagich's claims faced significant skepticism and criticism from the scientific community. Experts in archaeology and geology, including the European Association of Archaeologists, dismissed the claims as incompatible with scientific facts. They argued that the hills are natural formations known as flatirons, common in many parts of the world. Geological analyses revealed that these hills comprise layers of conglomerate clay and sandstone, typical of the region's natural geological formation. Qualified scientists expressed concerns that Osmanagich's excavations could be causing irreversible damage to genuine archaeological and historical sites. There were also criticisms about the methodology used in his research, with some named experts denying involvement in the project. Furthermore, claims of finding concrete blocks and evidence of ancient construction techniques lacked credible scientific evidence. Despite the controversies, the mystery surrounding the Bosnian Pyramids continues to capture the imagination of many. Number 3. Frozen footsteps. In the mountains of Norway, near the Laion ice patch, a tourist stumbled upon something unusual poking out from the snow, a leather shoe. Excited by the find, the tourist reported it to the Ice Secret organization, which specializes in uncovering ancient artifacts through radiocarbon analysis. Expert examination revealed that the sandal dates back to the 3rd century AD. Further exploration by archaeologists in the same area revealed more artifacts preserved in the ice. This accidental discovery by the tourist proved instrumental in unveiling a new ancient route that was once used by traders, travelers, and locals. Likely, this route was often covered in snow, necessitating the need for footwear to make movement comfortable and safe, protecting feet from cold and sharp stones. Interestingly, these sandals were crafted in the Roman Empire. This connection led scientists to infer that people traveling through the Scandinavian mountains had interactions with the Romans and likely learned to make similar footwear. This discovery sheds light on ancient trade routes and cultural exchanges between distant regions. Number 2. Brain tissue at the Seymour Mound. In 2017, a remarkable discovery emerged from the Seymour Mound in Turkey, astounding archaeologists worldwide. While conducting explorations in the region, archaeologists stumbled upon an astonishing find: well-preserved brain tissue. What makes this discovery truly remarkable is the unique circumstances that led to its preservation thousands of years ago. It all began with a powerful earthquake that struck the area, trapping an inhabitant under the rubble. Subsequently, a devastating fire ravaged the region, consuming everything in its path, including all the oxygen. Surprisingly, this combination of events led to the preservation of the brain tissue. Although the brain was boiled until dried, the lack of moisture prevented its decay, showcasing an extraordinary feat of preservation. The location where the fire occurred also played a crucial role in preserving the brain tissue. The soil in this area contained high levels of potassium, magnesium, and aluminum, acting as a secret ingredient in a recipe for preservation. This unique combination led to the formation of corpse wax, a substance highly effective in preserving human matter. The exceptional preservation of this brain tissue garnered widespread attention from scientists. Typically, brain tissue is challenging to preserve due to its richness in enzymes and cells that deteriorate rapidly after death. However, this unexpected find has inspired archaeologists to delve deeper into their explorations, hoping to uncover more ancient treasures around the mound. Number 1. Step into the Void. Step into the Void stands tall as Europe's highest viewing platform, nestled in the majestic French Alps atop the upper terrace of the Aiguille du Midi Peak, towering 3,843 meters above sea level. The vista from this perch is nothing short of awe-inspiring, yet it's not for the faint-hearted. This daring structure comprises a fully transparent glass cube suspended at the mountain's pinnacle. Even the floor of this viewing platform is see-through, offering a nerve-wracking glimpse into the abyss below your feet. While those with acrophobia may find their knees weak, fret not, as meticulous French architects have engineered this marvel to ensure utmost safety. With 3 layers of robust glass, the installation of Step into the Void spanned a remarkable 3 years, adhering to stringent safety protocols. Though the concept of glass flooring isn't entirely new, similar to the skywalk in the Grand Canyon or the bridge on Mount Tianmen in China, the unparalleled panorama of the Italian and French Alps steals the show, leaving spectators breathless, a sight exclusive to this ethereal locale. What are your thoughts on these thrilling discoveries? Let us know your opinion in the comments below.